What's up YouTube? Jeff back again from DopeTechDaily.com, and today I'm back and bring you guys my tweak impressions of the ZTE Blade X Max. I did do an unboxing of this before I left for Pittsburgh to get married and go on my honeymoon. I'll drop a link below if you guys want to check that out. I am also going to be doing a giveaway of this phone as I mentioned before, so go ahead and stay tuned to the end of this video if you want to find out how you can win one of these. ZTE did send an extra one over, and I'm going to be giving that away. Now, I want to talk about the things that I really do like about this phone, that I've enjoyed using the phone over the past couple weeks. The very first thing is something that I mentioned before, and that is the USB Type-C. Now, you guys got to remember, this is a $150 phone, or $99 if you buy it on contract from Cricket. That's a really good value, and we're finally seeing USB Type-C making its way to phones in this budget category. So I really like that because I have all USB Type-C phones, and I don't want to switch over to using micro USB-C just for one phone. I didn't have to worry about that while I was traveling. Now, the next thing I really like about this particular phone is the screen. You get a 6-inch 1080p screen. It's actually got decent viewing angles for the price and pretty good color and brightness. I was overall very impressed with this particular phone's brightness ability for the price. You can still see it decently. Obviously, you're not going to get flagship level brightness or anything like that, but it's very viewable in the sun. You might have to tilt it a little bit to see it, but I didn't have too many problems using it out in Pittsburgh. Here in Phoenix, a little more difficult because of the extreme sunlight that we have here in the desert. The next thing that I really like about this phone is the battery life. So the battery life on this phone has been pretty insane for me. I've gotten probably 6 to 6.5 hours screen on time. I've had it on standby for quite a bit here. Yesterday I used it for an hour and it's been on standby for a long time, and it's still at 70%. You guys can see there 20 hours ago it was at 100%. That's pretty good for me. I think if you could probably get 3 days standby with 4 hours screen on time, that's pretty darn good for an Android phone overall. The next thing that I really like about the phone is the software. Now, there's a little bit of bloatware on this phone, as you guys can see. A few things installed by Cricket, like Cricket Rewards, and also My Cricket, and Visual Voicemail. Some things that you're going to get from any carrier, Photo Grid. But you can uninstall a lot of those apps if you don't want them. But overall, the settings and everything like that is very close to stock, as you guys can see right there. Also, another thing about this phone, as I mentioned in the unboxing, that's a huge deal to me, is it's running Android 7.1.1. The Samsung Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus are still not even running 7.1.1 right out of the box. So you're getting one of the latest versions of Android on a phone that could cost you $100. That's really impressive. Overall, the software is very nice. Again, this wasn't modified a whole lot from stock Android, so if you like that experience, you're going to get that here. I think that also helps because the processor in this guy is the Snapdragon 435, and so it's not something that can handle a whole lot of customization on top of stock Android. Now, the overall day-to-day navigation experience with the UI, just scrolling around, I haven't had too much lag. I did go into developer options here and turn down the animations a little bit to make it a little bit snappier. But since doing that, I've had absolutely no problems navigating around the UI and using it on a day-to-day basis. The one place I will say where this phone did struggle is when playing games. So I installed Magikarp Jump, which is the game I played a ton while I was on the road, while I was traveling. And I played it on a whole bunch of phones, the Mi 6, Galaxy S8, even on the iPhone. And with this particular phone, after about 20 to 25 minutes of playing Magikarp Jump, the phone would freeze and I would have to restart the app. So basically just have to clear all my apps and go back. Now, that could be a function of the processor. Also, remember, this thing also has 2 gigs of RAM, so you're not going to be able to do any really heavy gaming with it. But for $100, I don't think that that's something that you can really expect. If you want to use this as a media device, just watching Netflix and YouTube, it's perfect because the screen is nice, especially if you're watching it indoors. The speaker on here, not that great. Obviously, you got that loudspeaker. You guys can see the grill right there on the back there next to the ZTE logo. It's not that great. It's easy to cover up and muffle with your hand, but you're not expecting amazing audio quality at this price point. Overall, I've been very impressed with the phone. Battery life is good. The overall navigation of the UI is good. Performance is good for what you get in the price. The one thing that I still have left to test a little bit further is the camera, which is why I'm not calling this my full review. I didn't get to take quite as many pictures with this phone as I wanted to. I've snapped a few shots the last few days. You guys can see some ice cream I had last night in Scottsdale. It's got pretty good detail considering the camera that you're getting in a phone of this price point. And it doesn't take bad photos indoors, especially under bright lighting. I took this one in Pittsburgh of my new Cavs hat. But I really want to do some low light testing because I took this shot inside in low light, and you can see it's not bad. It's still a relatively clear shot. But of course, it is going to be a lot darker than a lot of the other phones that I've been testing. Overall, though, I think at the price point, it's hard to go wrong with the ZTE Blade X Max. You're getting USB Type-C, 1080p screen, 7.1.1 software out of the box. And another thing, which I forgot to mention, the fingerprint scanner on here is amazing. It's rear mounted and it's super fast. Basically, there's no difference in the fingerprint scanner on this phone and the fingerprint scanner on, say, the Pixel XL. It's just as fast. It's come a long way, whereas originally we only had fingerprint scanners in flagships, then we only had good fingerprint scanners in flagships. They were kind of garbage on these cheap phones, but now there's really no difference between a flagship fingerprint scanner and one on a budget phone like this. Obviously the build quality, you know, it's plastic, but I think it looks nice. The blue color looks pretty nice. For this price point, it's not a bad build. I had no problems. I was pretty rough on it, tossing it around. I didn't really carry a case. One thing I will say is I checked out some case options on Amazon. I'm going to do a video on one of the ones that I bought, but I wasn't impressed with the case quality. Most of the cases for this phone really turn into a brick. I mean, it's a big phone already, hard to do with one hand and use it, but a lot of the cases make it super thick, and this is not really a thick phone. The side profile, it's just kind of tall and wide. But I'll try to go show you guys a few case options for this phone as well that I picked up. All right, so again, I am going to do a giveaway. I'm going to go ahead and start the giveaway now, and then I probably will do the full review maybe here in 5 days to a week. I'll pick a winner then. So all you guys got to do is follow ZTE USA and also my deals account on Twitter. It's Dope Tech Deals. I'll have the link below in the description if you guys want to check it out. And then go ahead and drop a comment on this video with your Twitter handle, and I will pick from those Twitter handles in, say, 5 days to a week, and I'll go ahead and ship out the phone to the winner, whoever wants it, right here new in the box. All right, guys, appreciate you guys checking it out. That is my 2-week impressions of the ZTE Blade X Max. You guys can find me at dopetechdaily.com, Google+, Instagram, and Twitter at the links in the description. Appreciate you guys checking out this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching.